your screen, event price, you know good stuff's on the way. We're in the midst of our designer jewelry gallery event. It's a lot of words, hard to say. Ultimately, it means celebration of great prices on a celebration itself of our very best jewelry designers. Here's a perfect example. I don't mind telling you that this was once before my pick of the show. I had a Judith Ripka show, and this was my pick. I went bonkers for it then. I'm gonna go bonkers for it now because I'm obsessed with the Asscher cut. When I see what Judith does with the Asscher cut, I just about bounce out of my high-heeled shoes. But guess what? The last time I presented this, it was not $303. It was not $99 off of the QVC price. It is now, and look at what you are getting. This is, in your choice of small, average, or large, and features at its heart, an Asscher cut that is then surrounded by channel set baguettes that turn into an explosion of light and an explosion of fancy cut stones that is then surrounded in intricate, ornate detail, also covered in Diamonique stones. This is luxury. It is, I can't believe I'm getting this for myself, but I just can't resist it. It is such a treat. It is elegant, and it is everything Judith. That's why it's event price. Look at the center here. See this Asscher cut? Okay. You can watch all the jewelry shows I ever do, and if you think I'm ever going to say that anything other than the Asscher cut is my favorite, good luck waiting, because Asscher is my favorite cut in diamonds, and it is my favorite cut in Diamonique, because it is myriad in its reflections and light play, but it is geometric and it is strong, and so it's everything that a woman is. Intriguing, strong, romantic, mysterious, feminine, I could go on and on. Now, this, by the way, is featuring over 9 carats of gemstones. And look at how we've surrounded it. What's one of my other favorites? I love emeralds, I love squares, I love the geometric ones. So we've surrounded this Asscher cut with channel set baguettes. And in order to cut those so that they have to lock into place around that center is hard. And you gotta do it right or it throws the entire look off. It's done right. Now, and we'll come back to that because believe me, I want to. But let's not forget how we've surrounded this cuff. I can't even imagine the work, the carving that had to take place in the initial mold on this before it was then cast. Look at all those round stones in the center that are pouring down all the way around, and on the sides, it's impossible to see any aspect of this that is not covered in detail. This is a work of art. So while we have pieces where we go, look at the stone, and we talk about the stone and it's just a simple band of metal, this is so much more than that because it's a celebration of a cut and it's a celebration of the metal itself. Kickstand hinge brings it all together, and because it is that oval design, I always call that out, it sits on the wrist, and that's what it looks like. And this is that breathtaker of a piece that when I present it, it just about makes me laugh. It's so amazing. We're at last call in the small. Remember, it's available in small, average, and large, and then we bid farewell to it. Event pricing will only last a couple of days if the quantities that we have last a couple of days. And I know how popular this is every time that I present it. Certainly, I'm excited about it, but I feel your excitement for it too. Because every once in a while, it doesn't happen all the time, but you are hit with a piece and you go, I've got to have that. I've never seen anything like it. And if you're one of those people that tunes into our jewelry shows day in and day out, and you have it kind of playing in the background, and you're just listening, and every once in a while you look and you go, gosh, that's really nice. And then you're months later, you look at a piece and you go, I just can't wait. And that's why this has been a favorite of mine, because it's one of those, I just can't wait. And when you see, so let me back up. This Asscher cut, I've said it before and I'll say it again, is different, right? And it's rare. The reason that it's rare is because the Asscher cut doesn't have the fire of a round. And in a round stone, it breaks the light up so much that it's really hard for your eye to see any inclusions. In the Asscher cut, your eye is invited in. like into a kaleidoscope, as deep as you can go. And when your eye is invited in, there's no room for error. So you have to have a flawless, colorless stone in order for it to be done in a larger carat weight and done in Asscher. That's why we can do it with Diamonique, because it's colorless, it's flawless, it's fabulous no matter how you cut it. And when you do it in a fabulous cut, it just turns into something over the top and amazing. So event price on this is $303, $99 less than it once was. Take a look at the ring. But I'm not going to spend too much time on the ring because guess what? I have fewer than 3 dozen available. The ring is $96. And let me take a look and make sure. Okay, sizes 5 through 8 and 11 are available in the ring. The ring used to be $127, now it's $96. And the ring features 4.35 carats of Diamonique in total. Yeah, and I have fewer than 3 dozen on that. And then we bid farewell to that ring, which is really kind of bittersweet. And it's your new right-hand ring, you're gonna fall in love. If we have your size available, it's like a must, throw it into the cart, call it a day, be happy that you locked in the event price. But with the cuff, you know, if it speaks to you, and I know it doesn't necessarily speak to everybody because some people are very particular and they like the round cuts, but if you look for the different ones, you look for the ones that are gonna be wrist grabbers, that people are gonna ask where you got it, and inside they're asking how much it cost, because it looks like it costs so much more, then this is that piece for you. And you've got 30 days to try it out. If you don't absolutely fall in love, please send it back, because we want you to be not just kind of happy with it, we want you to be delighted. Look at it with the ring. Eesh. Oh, I'm covered in fabulousness right now. There's the tanzanite that we had earlier. The small is now sold out, only about 2 dozen in the large, just a few more than that in the average, and that is it. That retail value of $550, even that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, for the look of true diamonds, done in such an amazing way. And I hate to do this, but even if we took away the Asscher and we just looked at the cuff itself, wouldn't that be amazing? Look at all the detail there. It's almost kind of bittersweet, because when you do this, all you see is the Asscher and the baguettes. And that means your eye never has a place to rest. It's always just blown away. So our celebration of Judith, of all of our very best designer pieces from our designers, we do just a few pieces in our shows, we give them event prices. And that's the event price on this. But we're gone in the small, now just the average and the large remain. At one point it was $402, now it's $303. It's J290373. It's one of my favorite Judith pieces, hands down. I know, right? It's hard to narrow it down.